Let's kill the lie in the title first. Make money while you sleep is mostly nonsense. Almost every business that supposedly runs itself needed someone very much awake, for months, sometimes years, before it ran itself. So I'm not going to sell you a fantasy where money appears while you nap on a beach. What I'm going to do instead is rank 20 of the most boring, least glamorous businesses on earth by one brutal question. Once it's built, how little does it actually need you? Because passive isn't a yes or no. It's a spectrum. At the bottom of this list are businesses that make great money but chain you to them. At the top is one, the single most boring business on the entire list, that genuinely, once it's running, barely needs you to show up at all. No product, no employees standing around, no inventory that spoils, just an asset people pay you for, month after month, whether you're working or not. We're counting down from 20. And by the time we hit number 1, you'll understand the one pattern that separates a business that owns you from a business that pays you in your sleep. Let's go. The bottom tier, number 20. Junk removal. Wildly profitable, almost no startup cost, and people always have garbage. But let's be honest. At number 20, that's you in the truck, lifting the couch. It makes money the moment you work and stops the moment you don't. Boring? Yes. Passive? Not even close. Number 19. Pressure washing. A machine, some water, and driveways that are filthier than their owners admit. Fantastic margins because your main cost is time. But it's still your time. This is a job with great pay and a low ceiling until you hire a crew. Number 18. Commercial cleaning. Offices need cleaning every single night, forever. That recurring, boring, contract-based revenue is exactly what we want. It climbs above pressure washing because the contracts renew automatically and the work is systematizable. The catch: you're managing people who'd rather not be mopping at 9 p.m. Number 17. Lawn care and landscaping. Recurring by nature, grass is the most reliable subscription business in the world. It literally regrows your revenue every week. But it's seasonal, weather-dependent, and physical. It ranks here because the recurring part is real, even if the while you sleep part is a fantasy until you're running routes with crews. Number 16. The full-service car wash. Now we're getting warmer. Cars get dirty on a schedule you can count on, but full service means staff, and staff means you're a manager. It's a real business, it's boring, it prints, but it still needs a human orchestra every day. Number 15. Pest control. Here's where it gets interesting, because pest control has a secret weapon: the recurring service contract. Customers sign up for quarterly treatments and forget they're paying. That recurring revenue is gold. It ranks above the others because that contract keeps paying even in slow months. But the technician still has to drive out and spray. Number 14. Portable toilet rental. Yes, really. It's the single most avoided at parties business on this list, and that's exactly why it's so good. Nobody's fighting you for it. You own the units, event companies, and construction sites rent them for months, and the revenue is boring and recurring. It's climbing because now you own an asset that gets rented, not just a service you perform. The labor, servicing them, is the only thing keeping it from ranking higher. The middle tier, you own the asset now. Number 13. Dumpster and roll-off container rental. Same energy as portable toilets, and that's a compliment. You buy a boring metal box, and construction sites pay you to leave it in their yard for weeks. You own the asset. Someone rents access to it. The pattern from our rule is starting to show up, and every business from here up follows it more and more purely. Number 12. Laundry pickup and delivery. A modern, boring twist. People pay a recurring fee to never fold clothes again. Subscription revenue, predictable, and once the routes are systematized, it runs without you touching a sock. It ranks here because the logistics still need daily coordination. Number 11. The self-serve automatic car wash. This is the car wash from number 16 evolved. Take out the staff, put in machines, add a monthly unlimited wash membership, and suddenly you've got recurring revenue from an asset with almost no labor. Same industry, 10 spots higher, purely because it moved closer to our rule. That jump is the whole lesson of this video in one example. Number 10, the laundromat, the legend. The reason it's ranked exactly in the middle is that it perfectly captures the trade-off. It's an asset people use on repeat. It takes quarters or card taps while you're elsewhere. But it also breaks, floods, and attracts the occasional character at 2 a.m. Industry folks will tell you a laundromat is semi-passive. And that word, semi, is the honest heart of this entire list. Number 9, ATM ownership. You place a machine, you stock it with cash, and you collect a small fee every time someone withdraws their own money. The labor is real but small, restocking and maintenance. You genuinely earn while you sleep here in tiny, boring increments from a box on a wall in a gas station. Number 8, vending machines, the classic passive starter business, and it deserves its spot, but not higher. Machines sell snacks around the clock. That's the appeal. The reality that keeps it at number 8 is the root. Someone has to restock, fix jams, and count coins. Do it yourself, and it's a job. Hire a route driver, and it climbs. Again, same pattern. Number 7, EV charging stations, the newest boring business on the list, which is why it's a wild card. You own the charger, drivers pay to use it, and the labor is close to zero once it's installed. As more cars go electric, it's a boring box that collects money in a parking lot. It ranks here rather than higher only because it's early and the economics are still settling. The top tier, assets that barely need you. Number 6, billboards and outdoor advertising. Now we're in genuinely passive territory. You own, or lease the rights to, a giant boring sign. Companies pay you every month to put their message on it. The sign doesn't call in sick. It doesn't need restocking. It just stands there, collecting rent from the sky. The only real work happened once, getting the location. Number 5, ice and water vending, the standalone kiosks. This one surprises people, so stick with me. A refill water or ice machine sits outside a store, runs itself, and takes payments 24/7 with almost no restocking, because it makes the product from tap water and refrigeration. It's vending with the single most annoying part, restocking inventory, engineered out. That's why it beats regular vending by 3 spots. Number 4, parking lots, a patch of asphalt. That's the entire business. People pay to leave their car on your dirt, and dirt requires no employees, no inventory, and almost no maintenance. In the right location, it's one of the purest cash-collecting assets that exists. It's boring to the point of being invisible, and that invisibility is exactly why almost nobody your age is chasing it. Number 3, specialized plumbing for commercial kitchens, as the owner, not the technician. Notice those last 4 words, because they're what earn the number 3 spot. Here's the boring genius of it. A restaurant legally can't open its doors without working plumbing. Grease traps have to be serviced on a fixed schedule whether business is good or bad, and something in a commercial kitchen is always breaking. That's not a one-time job. That's recurring, non-negotiable, contract-based revenue that never dries up as long as people eat out. And here's why it beats the flashier picks for someone in their 20s or 30s trying to build wealth. You don't need a huge down payment to start it the way real estate demands. You learn the niche, or you hire the licensed techs. You lock in recurring service contracts with a dozen restaurants, and then you step back into the owner's seat. You're not the one under the sink at midnight. Your crew is. The recurring contracts are the asset. The restaurants are effectively stuck with you because the one vendor nobody switches on a whim is the one keeping their kitchen legal and open. Number 2, self-storage. Wait, this isn't number 1? Almost. Self-storage is close to perfect. No inventory. Tenants who pay monthly and then forget they're paying for years. Keypad entry instead of staff and units that don't wear out. It's boring, recurring, low labor, and famously sticky. People would rather keep paying than spend a Saturday clearing out the unit. It's the textbook answer. It just barely loses to number 1. Meet the kind of person this list is really about before I reveal it. Picture someone completely ordinary. A nurse, a teacher, no rich parents, no viral idea. They don't invent anything. They just quietly buy one boring asset, let it pay them, and use that money to buy the next one. 10 years later, they're the lucky one at the family barbecue that nobody can explain. There was never any luck. There was a boring asset, bought early, left alone, which brings us to number 1. Number 1, the single most boring business that makes money while you sleep. Owning the asset and leasing the ground itself. Land and space you rent to operators in its purest form, the storage and space play run entirely hands-off. Here's why it wins. Every business that climbed this list got more passive by moving toward the same thing. Own something people need, let them pay recurring rent for access. Remove yourself from the labor. Number 1 is that idea with nothing left over. No product to make, no inventory to spoil, no crew to manage, no customer to serve in person. You own the space. The recurring payment lands. A keypad or an operator handles the rest. It is the most boring business on this entire list, and that is precisely why it's number 1. The excitement was engineered out of it, and what's left is pure, quiet, recurring cash flow. The businesses at the top of this list share one DNA strand. They pay you for what you own, not for what you do. That's the whole difference between a business that owns you and a business that pays you in your sleep. Now, the truth I promised at the start, because a lot of you called this out last time and you were right. None of these are passive on day one, not one. Every single business on this list is passive on the back end and brutal on the front end. The laundromat that runs itself needed someone to find the location, finance the machines, and survive the first ugly year. The rental that pays while you sleep needed a down payment that took years to save and a manager you had to vet. While you sleep is real, but it's the reward for work you already did while you were very much awake. The work doesn't disappear, it moves. You do it once, upfront, building the system, instead of forever trading your hours. So if someone sold you the beach and laptop version, they lied. What's actually true is quieter and better. You can build something boring that keeps paying long after the work is done. That's not passive income. That's deferred income. And it's the only version that has ever really existed. So tell me in the comments, which one would you actually start? The laundromat, the storage units, the parking lot, and what's the most boring business you've ever seen quietly making someone rich? Subscribe if you'd rather build something boring than chase something loud, and I'll see you in the next one.